Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. So today is going to be a Christmas decorate with me, and then I was also feeling a little creative, so I did a few random DIY projects and I thought I would share them with you guys today. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Let's go ahead and get right into today's video. Starting with the first project, I found these bells at Hobby Lobby for 60% off. I only paid $6 for these, and they're really beautiful. They just look a little too silver for me. Like, I don't know, I feel like them being all silver made them look a little bit more on the cheaper side. So I'm going to add this really beautiful gold. I got this from Hobby Lobby. I can't remember the exact name, so I'll leave it on the screen or down below in the description box. But it's just the perfect gold color. And I'm going to just gently brush this all over the bell and the rope. Next up, I have some foam garland here. I'm just going to be painting this. It came as just a white foam garland, but it was just a little too stark white for me, so I'm adding some gold, and then I also took it outside and spray painted it with a few different spray paints that I had on hand. The first color I used was stone, and then I also spritzed it with a little bit of black and a little bit of gold. So it kind of gave this like really stone beautiful look, and once I get this done, I'm going to go ahead and start styling the mantle. Alright, so the footage I'm showing you right here is actually from my last video, but I wanted to include it so I could show you the garland that I'm using. So this is a 20-foot roll of real garland. It's real, it's not the faux garland. The reason I decided to use this was because I had a very, very hard time finding some realistic looking garland for Christmas that wasn't $100 or more, and this was only $22, so it worked out perfect. Plus, I don't have to worry about storing it for the next year. I can, once it dies, I can just throw it out. But I really, really love the look of it. Plus, it smells amazing. And I have had, no issues so far. I've had it up for about a week now. It is a little messy, but I haven't had any issues with like the sap or anything like that, so that is good. But after styling it the first time, I ended up moving it, and I have now everything kind of pulled more to one side of the mantle instead of it being draped across the whole mantle. I kept it a little heavier on the left-hand side. To hang the bells, I am going to be using a stocking holder. I found these at Walmart. They were a 2-pack for I think around $6. But they are really pretty classic, just stocking holders, nothing crazy, so I'll be able to use these every year, and they worked great at holding the bell, so that was nice. Once I got this attached on here, I went ahead and took another piece of garland and kind of draped it over the top to kind of hide the little loop that I created there. It just made it look a little bit more polished. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of play around with this. I added a few pine cones as well. The pine cones are from last year. The kids love to hunt for those, and I love to use pine cones in the house for Christmas. It looks very woodsy and natural, and I love the way that looks. So anyway, moving on. I'm going to add the little foam garland that I spray painted. It was kind of dry. It wasn't dry. I'm so impatient. I can't wait for anything. So it was a little wet. That's why I'm holding it kind of like with caution. But I wrapped it around and looped it and just kind of attached it to the mantle and created like a little bit more texture to the space.
The wonders of life got the prettiest side for everyone to enjoy. Standing up close by the Christmas tree, glimmering light, I am right where I wanna be. I will be home for a couple of days, wander around with you. You and me in the cold, thought it'd never be true. Wherever I go, I got you. Oh, I have stopped running, there is no way trying. You better loosen your belts. Drinking hot wine by the fire, don't care of anything else. It's Christmas, and some kind of love.
Okay, so here I have a few little things that I need to work on. I'm going to spray paint these little guys right here and then also hot glue one of them to a board just to make it a little bit taller. I think it'll just look a little bit better if like one's a little bigger than the other. So that's my plan. I need to paint these as well, and I need to cut this bad boy down. I'm just going to make it square and then kind of rough up the edges. You'll see. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Pray it will never end. Do you like to be here too? It's Christmas and outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you. Oh, it's such a charm, got you up in my arms. There's nobody at the door. You said I wish this will never be over. Darling, it's time for your present. Come over here. Now it is time to get out in the snow, lighting a light with you. Choirs will sing and the joy bells will ring. Nobody loves you as much as I do. It's a wonderful feeling from floor to the ceiling. It is that time of the year.
Okay, so moving on to the cutting board converted into more of like a tray. I'm going to cut off the edges here. I cut off both sides, and I kind of wish I wouldn't have because I made it a little smaller than I originally wanted it to be, but you live and learn, so a little too late. Once you make the cut, it's too, you already did it, you know, you can't go back, so always make sure you think it through. But I went ahead and cut both sides. I cut the little side that had the hole in it off as well, and then I'm going to rough this up. You can see I left like a little bit of a jagged cut. Don't worry, the whole point is for it to look rustic. So I'm actually going to take like what do they call those things? A hatchet, I think is that what it's called? Let me Google this. I think it's a hatchet. I'm going to sand it down, and then I'm going to take, let's look it up. Hey Google, what's a hatchet? Yep, that's it. Okay, it's a hatchet. For some reason that didn't sound right. I don't know. My mind's crazy today. I'm really busy. But I'm taking the hatchet and I'm going to rough this up really good, messing up the edges and the sides. And then I'm going to sand it down a little bit more just to kind of give a smooth look. And that is actually what is going to be my tray. But we've hit a slight dilemma. So I came in here to get the legs to put on the little tray, and I'm missing one of them. I'm pretty sure one of my kids took off with it thinking it was just like a wooden ball, and now I cannot find it. So that's a bummer. So I can't finish this project yet, but it's okay, I'll get it done eventually. But in the meantime, the little nutcrackers turned out really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue the one to that 2x4 that I cut, just to kind of make them a little taller. So I'm gonna do that and just work on something else until the kids get home, because I'm kind of bummed. I really wanted to do this because I think it's turning out really nice. I cannot wait to like style it. In the meantime, I went ahead and hot glued the nutcracker to the piece of 2x4 that I cut, painted, and this just completed the look of the little nutcrackers. They turned out really, really nice. We're going to turn this vase into more of like a stone look, or at least try. That's the plan. But I'm going to use this, this, and this. I actually like that so much better than the white. It looks so good. And all I used was this antiquing glaze right over top of that flat white paint. This is what that looks like. Antiquing glaze. This stuff's amazing. Cool. I like it. Okay, so now that it is dry, I'm actually, or it's not dry, it's kind of, it's just like damp. I'm gonna take the sponge and I'm going to like give it texture instead of it being like brushed. Like this. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Okay, so I grabbed a little bit of flour. I'm actually going to buff some of this in here to kind of mattify it a little bit. I'm going very, very light-handed though. Not being rough at all. Ooh, I love it. Y'all, look how pretty it is. It looks like a stone pot. I am obsessed. I'm doing this to my lamps in my bedroom. All right, so I'm just gonna add some greenery in here now. These are from Hobby Lobby. I'll read you guys off the little number letters again. It is CFS 137. These are my favorite. These are just gorgeous. And I don't like to cut mine unless I'm like for sure I'm gonna use them in the vase. I just fold them and then kind of just play around, get them. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Oh, I love it so much. Okay, so I definitely love this. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm obsessed. It looks so beautiful. Okay, so here's how that cutting board turned out. I really like it. It looks really like rustic, and I like that it brought in a little bit of a wood element to this space. I feel like it really needed something kind of warm toned. So I added that. I added a candle and that little deer. And on this side, I'm going to add those 2 nutcrackers, and I had some stems left over from last year, and they have really beautiful bells on them. So I thought these would be perfect for the space. In my last video, I did decorate the table, but this time I wanted to kind of simplify it a little bit, so I just added a little bit of eucalyptus stems that I had to kind of bring in a little bit of a different color of green. I added the candlesticks that I got from Amazon back onto the table, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some candlesticks to those, and that is going to be it for the kitchen table. Instead of having the plates and bowls out, it just made more sense to just have the centerpiece because I thought it would work, but it just was too much for our house. So I just kept it very simple on the kitchen table. I quickly added a vase with some greenery to the kitchen island, and that was pretty much it for the kitchen. There's a little bit of greenery by the back door that I used a little bit of leftover garland from that 20-foot Christmas garland that I got, but that was pretty much it for the kitchen. And here's a few overviews of how everything turned out. All right, y'all, so I have been decorating it for a while. I put this Christmas tree up here, but I want to put it in the kitchen instead because I feel like you can't really see it up there anyway, and I love this tree, and I think it'll just add just what the kitchen needs over here. Ooh. the house is done. Well, kind of. It's not quite done. I still have a few things that I'm gonna do, of course. I always change things up like as time goes on, but I need to get the rest of my Christmas totes gone through. I haven't even pulled out like my Christmas pillows or anything yet, but you know, one step at a time. It's only December 1st and I'm already on a roll. Like last year we didn't decorate until like I think it was the week, like a week into December, because the Christmas trees were like dead at Lowe's. Like they were horrible. This year the trees are actually really nice. I'm really happy with our tree. I'm happy with everything. I love it. It's very neutral and calm, which is what I wanted, especially since this year has just been mentally a very stressful year for me, and not just in a negative way, like in a positive way too. It's just been a year, and when I walk in my door I want to feel like this calm presence, and I feel like the decor that I chose this year is very just, it's calming, and I love to look at it, and it's something I can keep up all month of December, possibly even January, and still not get bored of it because it's, you know, neutral colors. So yeah, I'm happy with it. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, y'all.